I guess the sunlight's taking a vacation today because the rain is back. And wow, that was actually a really long vlog yesterday. I didn't expect it to be that long. Even when I was doing the editing, holy, it turned out to be like over 5 gigabytes when I exported it. Reminds me why I don't do everything always in 4K when I export stuff. That would have came out to be one huge file. Probably need to buy like a new external hard drive soon too. All this stuff is taking up so much memory. I think I ate through already like a 4 terabyte hard drive already. This one, like this 2 terabyte one's almost gonna be gone. In many ways, I underestimated how much hard drive memory daily vlogging takes up. Man, they're not kidding when I see those like videos of other people, they have like hard drives and stacks of hard drives of it. I was also reading the comments you guys put about yesterday's videos, and I'll basically comment about that because it actually kind of relates to some of the thoughts I had today. But first, how about this interesting piece of news? Apparently it was, well, for some reason I guess in one of the government sites, there's a virus or whatever, or malware rather, that took down the government site. Now I believe this was actually related to that malware that was being spread. It was called WannaCry. It's like a ransomware, like one of those things where basically it encrypts all of your files or whatever, and then afterwards they try to basically scam you into paying $500 to encrypt everything. But it's kind of interesting seeing the map, seeing how fast like, the thing was spreading just visually. That's kind of crazy to look at, huh? It was kind of cool with the way the guy stopped the program, like this malware. Essentially, he recognized that in the code of the program, it tried to look for a certain domain, which was actually unregistered. So he quickly registered it. And I guess without getting too technical, with that said, the program itself, I guess in many ways, it didn't expect this to be like a real domain. So with that, he was able to work with that. I'm trying to think the easiest way to kind of explain it. I guess think of it kind of like, I don't know, a telemarketing scammer that has like an automated dialer, and the number itself is supposed to be like non-existent. So when people phone in and they freak out, oh no, I can't contact them, so maybe I should just send them my money. So what Good Samaritan did, if you want to call it that, is they actually registered the number for real. So because of that, that kind of messed up like the whole plan, I guess, of the people. That's the easiest way I can explain it without being like super technical. It's kind of interesting too, because I know a lot of people were saying like, oh, this guy just like he did it out of a fluke, if that makes sense. But from the sounds of it, like even from his site, like they do this like pretty much, I guess, for a living, if that's what you want to say. Like they focus on this stuff every day, so it's kind of interesting in that sense. And at the same time, it kind of reminds me of the other topic the other day where the person was saying, like, you know, who cares about your drone hobbies and all that? It doesn't do anything. Like, I would assume people like this, they had interest in, like, say, computers maybe when they were a child. I mean, can you imagine if there were no things like computers or even simple things like, say, a video game, for example? Like, you never know what kind of hobbies and interests can make people go into, say, the professions and all that they are in now to help other people. Well, that's interesting. It's a lot of ducks and stuff. Kind of funny how I guess with these ones here, they're so used to seeing people that they act naturally, whereas the other ones in other areas, they'd go crazy if they saw like another person because they're afraid you're going to attack like their babies or whatever. Makes you wonder too if people are just exposed to drones a little more, whether or not they will naturally be less afraid of it too. Okay, so that brings me to the comments I read. A lot of the comments were actually great in terms of putting out different perspectives. And specifically here, DJ, you were saying, sorry for writing a book. It seems like you went on a real big rampage there, just venting everything out. That's actually great. You shouldn't apologize for that, because that's actually good in many ways in terms of getting the message out there. I often say it's all about generating the conversation, in my opinion. And I'm kind of thinking, like, because based on that comment, maybe people are underestimating just how much, like, the conversation and all that actually does in terms of getting your voice heard. Maybe it's just like a different kind of mindset. Because I know for things like these drone laws, a lot of people are saying contact MPs, the petitions. It's very formal, I guess you can say, the more traditional way. Which, in my opinion, there's a place for that. Obviously, you have to do that to get the laws changed. But at the same time, I think a lot of people actually underestimate how much, like, you know, just voicing your opinions and like that, like comments, actually helps a lot. I think that one of the best classical examples of this, of just using regular people voicing their opinions to add on the pressure, is anyone ever heard of that Invisible Children viral video, like way back? It was just about some people trying to get this guy named Coney and all that. They tried to get like the government to get involved, but I guess for the most part they were ignored. Like, yeah, who cares? I don't need to listen to you. So basically they just made it a compelling video that basically touched like a lot of people. And because of people's conversations, spreading the messages and all that thing, as a result of that, like, oh, say, okay, now I can't ignore you because they're getting like, you know, too many phone calls, too many contacts. In my opinion anyways, like I even said before, I'd love to see more stuff like that, like more videos that actually touch, I guess, the lives of like a regular person, because in my opinion, a lot of that is needed. And in case someone out there is thinking like, yeah, well, that's like, you know, that's more a exception of the rules, if that makes sense. Like, that's more sensationalized. They have all the production values. I mean, I even used like my own personal example about that video when I made about the petition. Like, I was trying to like promote it. And essentially, like, I used my real personal example where there was a thing before where I just published it, and as a result, because I thought it was like a scam in many ways, the internet just came together. People started commenting them. I didn't discriminate based on who was commenting, whether it was a lawyer, a work-at-home parent. Everyone got together, and because of all that information, they basically got that company to fold. I mean, funny enough, even the company, like the ones that they were using, like to spam message everybody, they even came out embarrassed, like, oh my god, this is embarrassing. Look at how much of the public is coming out to like expose these guys. So they had no choice but to come out and say, okay, we apologize. We immediately terminate their, you know, this and this and this. So again, don't underestimate how much impact you have just by voicing your opinions too. Hey, if anything, it helps to motivate me to show that they're like, again, not everyone's crazy out there saying like, you know, those laws make sense. I mean, again, like just with putting comments out there, I mean, James here, you said basically you had a surgery that went wrong in life, and essentially in many ways a drone provides you a hobby or an activity to kind of, in many ways, put your mind or get your mind away from that and focus on more positive things. I mean, in my opinion, you need stories like that. Can you imagine, like with that video, for example, initially I could see potentially a commercial helicopter pilot could click on the video saying, okay, who's this idiot, for example? I know he's just gonna talk about how he should be able to fly his drone like around my whatever helicopter. Let me see this. So when they watch the video, hopefully it'll open up a perspective. At the same time, then when they scroll in the bottom and read like the comments, they can go, oh wow, I never knew that. Like, that's my hope, for example, like when people do that. And I know from personal experience it works when people come together and they make comments like that. Because you can imagine how many lurkers there are where they're afraid to comment for whatever reason. So every little bit helps in every way. In many ways, too bad I didn't start actually sooner, like making the videos and so forth, because I was more focused on like blogging and all that. Other than that, because then I could have been able to build the base to give people even a bigger voice where people can't ignore. But like anything, you have to start somewhere. And besides, you guys make it more fun as I go through this journey. And actually, I might be going to a mountain basically on the weekend maybe, if the weather holds up. So maybe I'll get to do more drone footages in that. So that'll be kind of cool. I don't know if the battery will arrive in time. According to this, it seems like it's only, what is it? A 10-hour drive away, like from where the package is in the US. I don't know if they'll actually send me the battery like back in time though, like the extra one, but we'll see. Oh, that's so interesting. Well, that's an interesting way to end the vlog today. Alright, see you guys later.